Hey guys, I hope everybody's well and keeping their mind in that PPA and the PMA, the positive mental attitude and the positive progressive actions. And a positive progressive action is what I'm about to talk about. The invisible forces of challenges. What do I mean by the invisible force part of that? The invisible force part of that is going into the comfort zone, or should I say, staying out of your comfort zone. When you step out of your comfort zone and you start to grow, and challenges are going to help you to step out of your comfort zone. If you don't give yourself challenges in your day to day and don't step out of your comfort zones, then how are you going to grow? Growth comes with some fear. Growth comes by looking at some of those fears and working with them and moving through them. Give yourself the challenges on a day to day. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you're going to work, and there may be challenges at work. You may want to set up a challenge for yourself to be able to handle someone that you don't particularly may not get along with, right? You may not like someone that you're working with. And the challenge is every day going into that work. But change it around. Step out of your comfort zone. So when you're going into work and you're starting to look at these challenges, think about the growth side of this. Where can you grow within your work? And where you can grow within your work, you set yourself a challenge. Set yourself somewhere that you want to be and start to move towards it. And that is not going to come without fear, guys. It's not going to happen. You're going to have some fears. You might have some doubts. You might have all kinds of different things that come in and cause you some fear. Self-confidence. This is where you can challenge yourself by going into that growth area. And then once you get into that challenge and you see the growth, those fears will start to subside. They don't seem so loud. And you're able to move forward and keep yourself moving forward and keep growing. There may be things given to you like a project that you've never seen before within your work. And you get it put in front of you and they say, hey, we want you to take care of this. It can look like a massive challenge, and probably is. But when you look at your fears and you say, right, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to take this project on, you're surrounded by the unknowns because you don't know. The unknowns bring in that fear. But that fear is your mind trying to tell you what the unknown is going to bring. And the brain doesn't have a clue what's in that unknown. It's going to start giving you all the what if thinking to try and protect you, basically, from getting into that unknown. And some of them unknowns of like what may hurt you, put you in your discomfort. Because we don't want to be uncomfortable. It's not human nature to really want to be uncomfortable. But putting ourselves into that discomfort helps us to grow, especially within our work. Relationships comes with challenges. There's all kinds of challenges that come with relationships. I've been married for 30 years now. Don't ever think that 30 years didn't come with challenges. There's a lot of challenges, especially when I first came into the country. There was a ton of challenges. But I knew where I wanted to be within my relationship with my now wife, then girlfriend. It come with unknowns, a lot of different unknowns. But I knew where I wanted to be. And I knew it was going to be a challenge. It isn't easy. And going into that discomfort isn't easy. But the rewards are so much better. They help you grow within. You can pull your shoulders back and stand up with pride and say, I took on the challenge, I faced my discomforts, and I made it happen. It's all down to you. It's all down to choice, whether you want to do it or not. But if you don't do it and you're stuck within the fear, you don't move. What about personal goals? I can tell you about a personal goal right now. it's got me on the back foot a little bit, I've got to say. And I'm getting closer and closer to doing it. But I would love to do an ice plunge. I've got the equipment for it. I'm ready to go. It's a challenge. I know that going into that cold water is not going to be easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. But you can also turn your mind and start working with that. Because I started the practice of taking cold showers in the mornings. I do Wim Hof breathing to help me and get me ready for this challenge. I've been doing Wim Hof breathing for a long time because it helps me with my depression too. I'm not saying it helps everybody. It helps me. But it's a challenge, and I'm going to make it happen. When I set up all my equipment, this was a personal thing, to be able to podcast and do videos. I never used to even be able to pick up the phone through fear. I had a phobia with the phone. Absolute phobia with the phone. The phone would ring, and I'd start breaking out of panic with the telephone. But look what I'm doing now. Face the challenges. Face the fears. I'm not saying I don't have any more fears with any of this. I do. Even when I was about to start this recording, I've started this recording like 3 times. Can I go back and edit it out? Yeah, sure, I could do that. But I want to do it straight from the beginning forward. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's facing the discomforts. Every time I went back and had to hit that delete, it's like, hey, I've got to start again. But it makes me better at this. It makes me go forward in this. It puts me in the discomfort. That mind, when that mindset came up of like, oh, mate, I've got to do this again, quieten that voice down. Quieten the voice down. You're learning from this. It may be a challenge, but when you get to the end of doing this and you put it all together and you look back, you're gonna enjoy the rewards. You don't enjoy the rewards without going forward in a challenge. They said the 4-minute mile could never be done until somebody did it. And the person that did it, that was the challenge. Someone says you can't do something, you make it happen. You step into the discomfort. Sports people step into the discomfort. Professionals stepping into discomfort. Making it happen, wanting to be that next best, wanting to shave seconds off of a certain event that they may be in, distances that they want to accomplish, putting themselves on the line, giving themselves the challenges, giving themselves the fears to be able to move forward and grow. So guys, let me put this to you. Where are you going to start challenging yourself? Think about when you get up tomorrow, or if you're looking at this in the morning, what do you want to challenge yourself with? Could be anything. Where do you want to grow? How do you want to grow? Who do you want to be? How do you want to get there? How do you think you're going to get there? Because there's only one way. There's only one way. And that is to face the fears, step out of that comfort zone, and move towards growing and growth and expanding and making yourself a better person. There's a lot of things within my own self that I'm not too clever with, that I don't like, especially when it comes to my anger, and I can go into some rage too. But I can look at that and go, oh, that's just who I am. Or I can go into the fears of finding out why it's actually there, because there is some fear there. Why am I like this? Why is it happening? Does it hurt? Yes. It hurts sometimes to look back and get an understanding of why you are the way you are. But now you can give yourself the challenge of figuring that out, growing from it, and moving forward. So who do you want to be, guys? Who do you want to be? How do you want to expand? Set the challenge. Let me know. Tell me in the comments. Please tell me. What kind of challenges are you giving yourself today? What kind of challenges are you going to be giving yourself to grow within your personal life, within your work life, within your relationships, within your personal goals? Make it happen. You don't get there by sitting. You don't get there by not stepping up to the plate and facing some of those fears. Do you think some of these singers, these musicians, some of these sports people don't go walking out there and they're in fear? Of course they are. Absolutely they are. I remember reading the report that Ella Fitzgerald, as a beautiful singer as she is, I'm sure it was Ella Fitzgerald. I know it was a beautiful, someone with a beautiful voice. I remember reading, I'm sure it was Ella Fitzgerald. Correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong. But I know it was a beautiful, beautiful singer with a beautiful, beautiful voice, that every time they would have to step out onto that stage and perform, they get fear. They get fear. But did they step back? No, they stepped out. They stepped out. They went forward and they made it happen. Make it happen, guys. Stay the course. Namaste.